What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dell's Corner. This time it's going to be a little bit different than what we usually do. I've been trying a lot of new things recently. This is just another one. This was an idea that I actually kind of came up with today, and me and my fiance had already decided let's go ahead and do it. So each and every week from here on out, at the end of the week, it could be a Saturday, it could be a Sunday. It's most likely going to be on Sundays. We are going to watch one episode of Star Wars, but not mainly for me, because I'm the nerd in the family. I know about Star Wars, I know about Luke, I know about Leia, I know about Han, I know about Chewie, I know about, you know, pretty much anything, not everything about Star Wars, but all the basic things about Star Wars. I know the story, I know what's going on, I followed it. I'm not like a huge fan, but there was one thing that we could never connect on, and that's a lot of like nerd core type of topics. And I figure, why not try to get her into the Star Wars franchise with one episode a week? That way she can properly watch them in the sequential order that it should be. Now, it's always been talked about. I even told you prior to this that I personally believe anybody who needs to get into Star Wars or who wants to try to get into Star Wars, make sure that you go in the original order that it was released at, not in numerical order. Yeah. Like I was telling her, I said, they have Star Wars Episode 1, 2, 3, and then again 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, which are the most recent installments. But as I was telling her, again, the original order was 4, 5, and 6, and then years down the line, they decided to go back and let's give us prequels, which was 1, 2, and 3, and then they gave us the new franchise, which was 7, 8, and 9. So I told her, I said, I want you to start from the original sequential order that it originally came out as years ago, and maybe that will better give you an understanding of if you're gonna like the franchise or not. So we started A New Hope today. We got through half of it, and then our daughter came out. We had to go get our daughter, a little one. Turns out she may be a fan of her own one day. Man, she was hooked on A New Hope. She was just watching it. Again, she's not one. She's like 8 months old right now, and that's where we're at. And but for her to be so aware, and she was like hooked on just that specific movie. Yeah, she was
staring at it.
Just staring. She was like, "Oh my God, who is that Han Solo?" But no, so we started it. We finished it. Your overall explanation of what you saw. How would you say that you liked the movie so far?
The movie was actually not too bad. I was pretty interested in it.
Yeah.
I really was. And I guess especially too because I saw that the baby was into it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, especially for the like that part or like the fighting parts, I liked all of them. Just like.
So she knows nothing. Again, she knows nothing of anything. She knows of Star Wars. She knows that there's
I'll tell you like what part.
There's like light sticks and people are fighting each other with these light sticks and that's what we have so far. That's all she really knows. That's all she really knows. So it's kind of interesting to see this from a new perspective. Out of that whole movie, what did you feel was like the best for you? I guess a moment that you can honestly remember.
Well, the very last one with Darth Vader and then that older gentleman.
You know his name?
That long fight. No, I don't remember his name.
Guess his name.
I don't know.
Give it a guess. What's his name?
Wasn't the Thor? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
So she's talking about the final fight of obviously A New Hope, which is Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
That's where that's the moment. I guess this is the moment where she was like, "Hey, this is pretty fucking cool." Obviously, it's a 2 hour movie, so it dragged on pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty well. Recapping the
Well, to me,
movie,
after like 10 to 15 minutes, I was like,
recapping the movie for myself, it's such a classic, but the movie to me, I felt like it was an ending when Darth Vader and Obi-Wan like left. Like they got the princess, Han left, Luke left, and then Obi-Wan he sacrifices himself so they can get away. At that point in time, like again, I hadn't
yeah,
seen the
that
movie
seems.
in years. It felt like it was a closing, like the movie was gonna end. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Yeah, I kind of thought so too.
and
I
then
was
the
like,
yeah,
still going?
yeah, and then was it Han? I believe it was Han that said oh things aren't over yet. They're still not done. Or no, I think that was Leia. Yeah, it's not over
Mm-hmm.
yet. So we still have stuff to do. So then the movie follows to the famous scene where Luke shoots the
The cyber? The cut the
shoots
cyber?
the missiles into the Death Star. Remember at the end?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I was already up though. I
Yeah,
may
she
have
was
missed
walking
that part.
around towards the ending, but regardless, she went through the whole movie, so I'm very proud of her. I mean, I'm very proud of her. The movie again is obviously
I'll
a
fall asleep in
classic.
the movie
Yeah.
during the movie because I don't know, just all these movies. Like I try to get into them. We'll see. We'll see within this round though, because
Now
we
did
have done it before. We have done it before, but not like actually shown it. So
now
that's why I'm trying
a
this time.
fun fact about our current times in these movies, right? Is that I think I've told you about like Mandela effects, right? Like it's
Yeah.
yeah. So Mandela effects. There's a Mandela effect to this movie. And rewatching the movie, I can see why there is a Mandela effect. I can see why somebody has created this Mandela effect. Um, but there was always like there was very high talk about C3PO, the gold robot,
Oh yeah.
that his leg was always gold because when you watch the movie, it's now like silver. It's silver, like a metallic silver,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the thing was is that the Mandela effect was is that it was always gold. It's always been gold. I believe this is exactly what this Mandela effect is about. It's always been gold. It's never been silver. They changed it. Blah 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 blah. So that's that again. That's a different, I guess not dimension, but a different world. So we
Mm-hmm.
pass through. Again, I talked to you about it. And again, the Mandela effect was that C3PO's leg was always gold, but then when you go and watch it now, it's silver. So then that's where that Mandela effect was created. Well, I can see rewatching this movie. I know that there has been plenty of edits within the years, a lot of edits. But I will say is that when you watch the movie again, go back and watch it because I could have swore that his leg was gold. And the only reason why I say that is because all of him is gold, and then he has that one silver leg, right? But then in certain scenes, the gold blended in with the leg. So at first I was like, oh, he has a fucking gold leg. But then when you go back and double check, it's actually silver. So there's plenty of parts in that movie whenever they show C3PO, his his leg looks gold, but it's actually his silver leg. So I personally think people are just overthinking about it, specifically about that topic. But as far going back to the movie, I rewatching it, I can see why it was so popular back in the day. I mean, it was something futuristic, like it was out of this world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I wasn't alive when it came out, but the first time that I saw it, I can definitely
What
feel
year
that.
was it?
I believe it was 1977. Let's see. Let's do Star Wars New Hope release date. Yeah, so it was 1977.
Oh.
May 25th, 1977 was when A New Hope first came out. Again, so I can see why it was so popular back in the day, 100%. But rewatching it brings back a lot of memories. watching it with individuals and growing up, watching it by myself, you know, getting into the fan base, learning more and more about it. Um, so what do you think overall? How do you feel about the movie? Because my concern is that she wasn't gonna like it.
No, overall, I actually did like
Yeah,
it. I did.
there was
I
another.
enjoyed it.
There was another show. I was trying to get her into anime a couple years back. She likes anime, not like hardcore like me, but she does like anime. And I told her, I said, you got to watch the anime Death Note. And I said, you watch Death Note. I promise you, it's gonna open your eyes to other animes. Oh, yeah, we'll see, because it's just a cartoon. I'm like, it's not a cartoon. How dare you say that? How dare you? But no, it was so A New Hope. So you ready for next week?
Yeah.
You ready for next week? It's
Yeah.
gonna be next Sunday. I'm gonna go
Look
ahead and
forward
say,
to it.
yeah. Next Sunday, where we're gonna be watching the second installment of the Star Wars franchise, and I hope that you guys can be here for that. What we're looking at is it's actually gonna be The Empire Strikes Back. Now, I will say about The Empire Strikes Back is that it's a good one. It's just slower, a little bit slower. Yeah, from what I can remember, again, it's been years, but if I remember correctly, it's a little bit slower, but it will pick up at some point in time. But it is the slowest one out of the three.
I think that's why I love it. Like for this first movie, about a good 20 minutes after, it was getting slow for me. So I was like, want to start like fall asleep, and then all of a sudden I just hear like for a fight to go on, and I'm like, I'll wake up again because that's what interested me.
And in The Empire Strikes Back, there is something that's in there that is very story heavy for the progression of this movie or for this franchise. And then that's when I'm hoping that's when that part happens. That's where you're just like, I need to see the others because now I need to see what's going on. So, but until next week, do you have anything else to say about the movie?
Overall, it was a good movie. I just liked a bunch of the fight scene.
Yeah,
Really
she always likes the action scenes, but yeah, if you enjoyed this little recap of A New Hope, again, I'm not one of those types of serious YouTubers where I'm gonna be like giving you like a bunch of I don't know, like trailer posters in my stuff. You're not gonna get like one of those intros. I'm pretty straightforward to the point. We just kind of give our honest opinions. We're just starting out, so thank y'all for coming on in. But my main hustle is actually my Twitch channel. So if you guys want to go check that out, it's gonna be at twitch.tv/Deltron_210. It will be in the links down below as well. And of course, I'm very, very active on Twitter. You have any questions? You want to learn about streaming? Have you ever thought about streaming? I'll definitely give you the tips that I feel that I can actually give you, coming from somebody who's just been only streaming for about 6 months. So I think I could provide good information for you, and it doesn't always take the best equipment, but it does take learning about certain equipment that you will be using for your streams, to make it more enjoyable for you and the viewer. So. But don't forget to check out dropthespotlight.com for all your media needs. We're talking about unboxings. We're talking about reviews, articles. I know I did some reviews. I did some reviews for Hide It mounts. I've done some reviews for an Amazon Amazon Dot Echo Generation 3. So that's going to be up as well. And I have a couple other stuff. Ritual Motion. That's another company that I've done reviews for, so please go check those out. And we got 1 week left, guys. 1 week left until PAX South, and that's going to be the 17th, 18th, and 19th in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But until then, love each and every one of you, and we will catch you next week for part 2, Empire Strikes Back. So let's check it out. Peace out.